Welcome again to this session, techies. In this session, we are going to configure firewall rules for DNS. In the enterprise setups, generally operating system firewall is kept off because enterprise firewalls are there to protect the network. Because this is our lab setup and I don't have any enterprise firewall here, so I'm going to keep a local firewall running and I'm going to configure firewall rules to allow traffic on port 53 for both UDP as well as TCP protocol. You can see on screen, first I'm starting my named service, then using firewall CMD because I'm on CentOS 7 and that same on Red Hat also. I'm going to add zone public and adding port 53 for UDP as well as TCP as permanent connectivity, which means even my system reboots, these firewall rules will be present. After that, I'm just reloading the firewall configuration, so my new rules will be activated. Once that is done, I'm going to use nmap to test connectivity on port 53 on my DNS IP, which is ending with .200 for both TCP and UDP. You can see on screen. So let's begin lab quickly. So let's check the firewall status first, whether it is running or not. In case it is not running, we have to start it. So you can see it's running, that's good. So let's start our named service. It started, let's enable this service also. It should be enabled instead of enabled. Okay, it's enabled, that's good. Let's quickly verify status of named. Okay, you may be wondering what is named now. So bind service, bind is basically managed by named. So when you install bind package, it creates a service with name named. So named is the service which we will be configuring going forward. You can see it's running, that's good. So let's quickly add the firewall rules now. To add firewall rule, I'm going to use firewall CMD dash zone public, add port 53 for TCP as permanent. That's done. So let's repeat this command. Here we have to just change, it's going to be UDP connectivity and permanent. It's done, that's very good. Now let's reload our firewall rules. That's done. You can see it's success here. It means everything good. Okay, next let's use nmap to test connectivity. So to use nmap, you have to simply run nmap. Nmap is utility which is delivered by nmap package. In case this utility is not installed on your system, simply do yum install nmap and it is going to install nmap on your system. So let's do our connectivity test. Nmap minus p is which port we want to test, 53. What is the destination IP? 192.168.1.200, which is our DNS server IP here. You can see it is saying state is closed and it should be running. Why it is saying closed? So that's something which is worrying me. Let's quickly check why it is telling this. Okay, the best way to check why it is not listening on this particular IP port 53, we can grep for listen on port 53 from etcname.conf. etcname.conf is the file which is the main configuration files for bind or named. You can see here it is configured to listen on port 53 for local loopback IP only. That's the reason it is showing closed, but that's not a worry at this point because we haven't configured our name.conf. That's something we are going to do in our next section, so we are good. And to test UDP connectivity, that's very easy. You repeat same command with use of S capital U. This is going to check UDP connectivity. Here again we are going to see port will be closed because that's not allowed in name.conf. That's something we can test in next section. So I will keep this in my mind that we have to check it in the next section. So that's it in this session, guys. We will talk configuring bind to accept the DNS request in next section. Thank you.